Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the concept as oscillation. In the concept, expression for time period of a oscillation of simple pendulum. Already we have derived the equation that is for spring. Whenever the loaded spring executing simple harmonic motion, what is the time taken by the spring in order to complete one cycle? That is already we derived the equation T is equal to 2 pi root of m by k. But now the concept is different. This is a simple pendulum executing simple harmonic motion. This is a mean point, extreme point and extreme point. O is a mean point. This is extreme point and this one is also extreme point. And now the body is oscillating or executing simple harmonic motion. And this is a thread. The length of the thread is L. I am indicating here. This is the length of thread. Length of thread. And this is length of thread. Length of thread. This is original position of the object. This is the displaced position at an angle theta, and at that side again this is the displaced position at an angle theta. Now it is a simple pendulum. Now it is executing like this. Let us take. Now it is executing like this. This is mean point, extreme point and extreme point. Getting? Now the angle between this point, this line and this line is theta, that is, and what is this one? This is length. Length of thread is L, and this is one cycle. This is one cycle, two cycle, three cycles, so on. What is a simple pendulum? Any body which is suspended from one point under the action of gravity, that one we are going to call it as a simple pendulum. Now the body is in rest, but now the body is in motion, to and fro motion. But whatever it is the position of the body during the simple harmonic motion, continuously that body is acted upon by a gravitational force of attraction in downward direction. Our intention is to find out what is the time taken by the body to complete one oscillation. Imagine, observe carefully here. If the body is at this point, displacement is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. If the body is moving at this point, this is the displacement. If the body is moving here, this is the displacement. If the body is moving here, this is the displacement. If the body is moving to this point, this is the displacement. That displacement I am indicating it as x. From the mean point up to this point, the displacement taken by the body is indicated as x. Whenever the object is at extreme position, the restoring force is acting on the body. Which force? Restoring force. The restoring force is acting on the body. Now the body is coming to this point. Again, when the body is at this point, again in this direction, restoring force is acting. Again restoring force acting in this direction, the body is coming. The same is goes on continuous. What is the time taken by the body to complete one oscillation? We have to find out. There has been an equation. That equation we have to derive now. And let us take here. When the body is at this point, what is the force acting on the body because of gravity in downward direction? That is this one. When the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth, this is earth surface. By the earth surface, the force acting on the body in downward is, that is F is equal to mg. F equal to mg. In which direction? In this direction. when the body is at this point by the earth in downward direction, the force is acting like this, that is again F equal to mg. What is m? Mass of the body. G is acceleration due to gravity. When the body is at this point, again what is the force acting on the body by the earth in downward direction, in this direction, that is again F equal to mg. Again when the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth surface in downward direction, that is this one, that is again F equal to mg. M is mass of the oscillating body, G is acceleration due to gravity. Whenever the body is falling towards the earth, its acceleration is 9.81, that is G. When the body is at this point by the earth, the force acting in this direction. When the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth is in this direction, in this direction. Again when the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth in this direction. When the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth in this direction, again in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. And don't confuse, the force acting on the body by the earth is not in this direction, not in this direction. And whenever the object is oscillating, whenever the object is oscillating, let us imagine object is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth in this direction. When the body is at this point, again the force acting on the body by the earth in this direction. When the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth in this direction, exactly downward, not in this direction, not in this direction. Getting? You please remember, when the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth in downward direction, that is this direction, not this one, not this one. Getting what I am saying? Not this direction, that is in downward direction. That is the force acting on the body by the earth exactly in downward direction. That is you have to observe very carefully. Here, what I am doing here, when the body is at this point, the force acting on the body by the earth is exactly in downward. I want to split this force into two components. What is components? Parts. F equal to mg na ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. We are going to call those as a components. One is along this direction, another one is along this direction, along this direction. What I did here, the force acting on body, when the body is at this point, the force acting on body by the earth in a downward direction is, this is the downward direction, that is F equal to mg. F is nothing but force acting on the body in downward direction by the earth. And I have divided this force into two parts. This is first part, this is second part. We are going to call it as components in the sense parts. This F equal to mg can be divided into two forces. One is F equal to mg cos theta, and another one is F is equal to mg sin theta. Or else you can take, this is F equal to mg cos theta, it is F equal to mg sin theta. These are two components of this force. Calculation के use agli, for convenient purpose of calculation of this force, I have divided this F as two parts, one along this direction one along exactly perpendicular to this line and this force, exactly angle between these two is 90 degree, and here the angle between this force and angle between this force is exactly 90 degree. Rectangular components we are using, mg sin theta and mg cos theta are the rectangular components. Rectangular components in the sense rectangular parts, but rectangular is the word indicating the angle between this force and this force is exactly 90 degree. That's why rectangular. Rectangular in the meaning angle between these two forces is 90 degree. Components meaning parts of this force. ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯದ. ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎರಡು ನಡುವೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟದ 90 ಅದ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಹೌ ಕಮ್? ಚೆಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. mg sin theta plus mg cos theta. mg cos theta. mg as it is, sin of angle between this line and this line is 90 degree, plus mg cos of angle between this line and this line is 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. 0 into everything 0. Then mg sin 90 is 1. Then again mg. F equal to mg. F equal to mg you are getting again. What I did, do you know? If you add mg sin theta, mg cos theta, again you are getting F equal to mg. Why? Because mg sin theta and mg cos theta are the splitted parts of this one. Therefore, here sin 90 is equal to 1, cos 90 is equal to 0, then again you are getting same mg. Therefore, mg sin theta and mg cos theta are the two components of mg in downward direction. And here let us imagine or observe carefully, when the object is at this point, in this direction which force is acting? Restoring force. Restoring force. That's why mg sin theta is nothing but a restoring force. mg sin theta is nothing but a restoring force. And the displacement from mean position. The displacement from mean position is this one, that is indicated as x. Displacement is in this direction, indicated as x. Displacement and restoring force. This is restoring force. Restoring force and displacement x, both are in opposite direction. That's why I am taking here minus sign, minus mg sin theta. Here consider a oscillating simple pendulum. Oscillating simple pendulum. Oscillating simple pendulum. Oscillating simple pendulum of length L. Means thread length is L. Length L. And displacement of object from mean point is x. From mean point is x. Mean point is x. When the body is at extreme point, what is the force acting on the body in downward direction? That is F equal to mg. F equal to mg. At extreme point, the force on body in a downward direction is given by which equation? F equal to mg. F equal to mg. At extreme point, this F equal to mg can be divided into two rectangular components. One is along this direction, another one is along, that is perpendicular to this thread length. What is the next one? At extreme point, F equal to mg can be divided into two components. Components meaning is parts. Two components means parts. Components, that is F equal to mg. This can be splitted as first one, this is second one. F equal to mg can be splitted as, that is F equal to minus mg sin theta and F equal to mg cos theta. F equal to minus sign indicating at this point restoring force is acting in this direction, and x from the mean point, this one, x and restoring force both are in opposite direction, that's why this is the minus sign, and this is restoring force. And another one is F is equal to mg cos theta. This is along the length of the thread, this one indicating tension in the thread, tensional force. Whenever the body is oscillating, the thread become tightens, it will become stretch, somewhat it become tight. What is the reason? Because whatever it is the force acting in downward direction, the same force is acting along the length of the string or length of the thread. That force we are going to call it as a tensional force. And here minus mg sin theta is in this direction, mg cos theta is in this direction. Mg sin theta indicating tension in the spring, that is a tension in the wire or tension in the thread, and this force indicating as a restoring force in this direction. And here this is a restoring force perpendicular to length of thread. How come that is? Let us hear, this is length of thread and this is restoring force. Angle between those two is exactly 90 degree, that's why perpendicular symbol. And this is tension in the spring or a tensional force, tension in thread along length of thread at extreme point. This is also at extreme point. And here let us take the angle between this line and this line is exactly 90 degree. Cos 90 is equal to 0. Then 0 into mg, F is equal to 0. It means that in this direction there is no tensional force, that is 0, that is clear. But in this direction restoring force is there, but restoring force is not equal to 0 because minus mg is there. Sine of angle between these two lines is 90 degree. Substitute sine 90 is equal to 1. Then 1 into mg, that is minus mg. This is not becomes 0. It means that the restoring force acting on the body in this direction is not equal to 0. Means in this direction restoring force is there, but in this direction there is no tensional force. How come? Angle between these two lines is 90 degree. Substitute 90 here. Cos 90 becomes 0. Then 0 into mg, everything becomes 0. Means in this direction there is no tensional force, but in this direction restoring force is there. Angle between these two is 90. Substitute 90. Sin 90 is equal to 1. Then F equal to mg. It means that F is not become 0. It means that the restoring force is there, but in this direction there is no tensional force. Therefore consider a restoring force at extreme point on body, that is F equal to minus m into g into sin theta. If theta is very less, then sin theta can be written as just theta minus m into g into theta. If theta is very less value, it means that just it is imagination. If theta is very less value, in case if theta is very less, what is theta? Theta is the angle between displaced position of the object and original position. Then that is the theta. If this theta is very less value, then you can neglect it. Then sin theta can be written as just theta. That's why the equation is modifying like this. And here F is equal to minus m into g. Here from the diagram theta can be written as here theta is equal to radius, means length into arc. Therefore that is theta is equal to x divided by L. How come? Here sin theta is there. This sin theta can be written as, this is opposite. Almost you can take it as a straight line. This is this line. Restoring force is opposite to theta, and this is length opposite by hypotenuse. This is a sin theta. Then theta is equal to x by L. We can write what is the relation between theta, x and L. X is opposite to theta almost, and L is hypotenuse. X by L, that is you are getting theta. Theta is equal to x by L. You can take like this, or else angle is equal to arc. If you take it as an imaginary circle, then this L become radius into theta is equal to arc divided by radius of this imaginary circle. Theta is equal to arc, this is arc, into, let us take this as a diagram. This is radius, this is arc. For example, it is a x, this is radius L, this is theta. Theta is equal to arc. Arc is nothing but this is x divided by L. This is mathematical formula. You know very well this one. Just take imaginary circle here, then L become radius, then this is becomes arc divided by radius. Theta is equal to, I have taken same. Therefore here I am substituting F is equal to minus m g. Theta can be written as x by L. Let us take it as equation number 1. And go to next one, and go to next here. Take it as a equation number 1. And next we know that the acceleration of the object in simple harmonic motion, that can be given by a is equal to minus omega square y. This equation we have derived or studied in the previous class. What is y? Displacement from the mean position, but displacement from the mean position here I have taken it as x. Therefore I am taking, this is acceleration formula I have discussed in the previous class. Whenever the object is in simple harmonic motion, its acceleration can be found out by using this equation. X is the displacement, a is the acceleration, omega is the angular velocity or angular frequency. We know that a is equal to minus omega square y is the displacement, but displacement here I am taken it as a x, therefore you can take it as a x. And F equal to mg, Newton second law you can take, F equal to ma, and F is equal to m as it is, substitute a is nothing but this one, minus omega square x, and F is equal to minus m omega square x. Let us take it as equation number 2. Whenever the object is in SHM, its acceleration can be found out by using this formula. This is standard one. Remember, Newton second law consider, and m as it is, a can be written as this one, and minus m omega square x, you are getting a second equation. This is the first equation. Equate equation 1 and 2, equate equation 1 and equation 2, then you are getting minus m omega square x is equal to minus m omega minus m g into x by L. Here minus is there, getting cancel, here minus is there, getting cancel, here m term and here m term getting cancel, and here x term and here x term getting cancel, and what is remaining, you please, I am writing this one, what is remaining, I am writing this one here, that is omega square is equal to G by L. Therefore we know that angular frequency formula, that is 2 pi divided by t. Number of cycles divided by time is called as a frequency. If that is a one cycle, for one cycle what is the angle given by the body, that is 360 degree, means 2 pi in terms of radian by time. For one cycle this is the angle divided by time, this is frequency formula. Substitute there, omega value I am substituting here, 2 pi divided by t, square is there, take a square, and g by x as it is, and here this is 4 pi square divided by t square, or else you can take 2 pi divided by t. If you want to remove the square, make it root g by L, and inverse the function, t by 2 pi is equal to root of L by g. Take t on numerator, 2 pi on denominator, take L on numerator, g on denominator, and t is equal to 2 pi root of L by g. And this is the final equation. 2 pi is angle for one complete cycle, that is for one complete cycle angle is 2 pi, that is always constant. L is nothing but length of the thread, g is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, and here this is time period for one complete cycle. For one complete cycle, this is constant. Here L is equal to length of thread, 2 pi is constant, g is constant for a given place, and only t is depending upon root of L. therefore 2 pi is a constant, g is for a given place where you are doing the experiment at respective of that place, g is constant and L is not constant. You can vary for every reading. First reading you can change the length, second reading ತಗೋತ್ನಾಗ length ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ. Whenever you are doing the experiment you can change the length of the thread as your convenient way. Therefore length can varying. Length is a changing quantity but 2 pi and g is not changing, therefore t is only depending upon L. Therefore t is directly proportional to root of L. 2 pi constant, g constant, L constant ಅಲ್ಲ, because change ಆಗಬಹುದು, thread length ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು change ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Therefore if you increase length of the thread then t is also increases. If you decrease the length of the thread then t is also decreases. t and L both are directly proportional. ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತದ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ? ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 1 cycle. How to find out the time taken by the simple pendulum to complete 1 cycle? That is t equal to 2 pi root of L by g. By using this formula it is possible to find out the time taken by the body to complete 1 cycle in case of simple harmonic motion as a simple pendulum case. But already in the last class I have derived for spring 2 pi root of m by k t is equal to, ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ the time taken by the body to complete 1 cycle in case of spring system, that is t equal to 2 pi root of m by k. But for simple pendulum system the time taken by the body to complete 1 cycle that can be find out by using a theoretical formula as t equal to 2 pi root of L by g. And this is the derivation, very important for your examination every year. And what I did, observe the diagram very carefully. At this point force acting on the body by the earth in downward direction, that is mg. At this point mg can be divided into two force, one is mg sin theta, another one is mg cos theta. And mg sin theta indicating restoring force acting on the body in this direction, and mg cos theta indicating tension in the thread in this direction, and minus sign indicating displacement and restoring force both are in opposite direction. That's what I have explained up to here. And here at extreme point only I have considered a restoring force, that is minus mg sin theta I have taken. If theta is very less then sin theta can be written as just theta, and here theta can be again f equal to m into g into theta. Here theta can be written as x by L. How come? Theta can be find out arc divided by radius. Arc by radius is nothing but theta. That is a standard formula that what you are studying in mathematics, minus mg x by L. Let us take it as a equation 1. And whenever the object is in simple harmonic motion, how to find out its acceleration? By using this formula. X is the displacement from the main point. Newton's second law I have considered. M as it is, A can be written as this value. Again let us take it as a equation 2. This is also force equation, equate equation 1 and 2. What are the common terms on LHS and RHS? Getting cancelled with each other. Omega square is equal to g by L. And I have discussed about angular frequency, how to find out number of cycles by time. For 1 cycle angle is 2 pi divided by time, that is angular frequency. Substitute here 2 pi by t as it is, square as it is, g by x as it is, and remove the square and make it root. Then 2 pi by t is equal to root of g by L, and inverse the function, t coming in numerator, 2 pi coming in denominator, same L on numerator, g on denominator, and t equal to 2 pi root of L by g. And 2 pi is a constant, g is a constant, and only t is depending upon L. If you increase the length of the thread, the time taken to complete 1 cycle is also goes on increases. If you decrease the length of the thread, the time taken by the body to complete 1 cycle is goes on decreases. L increases, T increases, L decreases, T decreases. Therefore, what is the relation existing in between T and L? Directly proportional. Therefore, I have written T is directly proportional to root of L, and remember this equation is very important. And this is 5 marks derivation for your theory examination also. Please remember getting this is a derivation and a theoretical equation, and this 2 pi root of m by k, T equal to 2 pi root of m by k, this is for spring, and T equal to 2 pi root of L by Z, this is for a simple pendulum.